So I don't know for sure how many more Cobraisms I can get out of these goddamn YouTube videos. And people want to say that this looks like trash, or this looks like greasy bachelor garbage, or boglum weirdness. You know what? I don't care. Valedictorian
Ballet.
Making a mediocrity of us all. Slow roasted chicken.
Subgender. Gladly dressed.
Very slippery rabbit hole. Inclusivity. Now, when I was in first grade, I had a teacher who was not patient enough with me. Long story short, my reading struggled horribly. And when Harry Potter series came out, I would listen to it, I would read it, and it boosted my reading confidential. And by the time I was in like ninth or 10th grade, I was reading at a college level, and equally as retarded, if not more. I mean, George Bush Jr. literally looks like a valedictorian Harvard graduate compared to Trump. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, when the humans first came to this planet, it was on one giant continent. I mean, geologically speaking. Are you dumb? Love is full of hypocrisy, making a mediocrity of us all. In that context, it says love makes a fool out of us all. And nobody's born knowing how to be the perfect gentleman. No one's born good at dating.
And because of the budget cuts, the students have less accommodations in school, lunch is crappy. Oh, you can blame Miss Thang over there with her boobs, because they just pretty much destroyed our world at school. Boobs do destroy lives. They're evil, but sexy and fun to play with. Well, I wouldn't know, I'm still a virgin. But, for example, did you know that auto insurance is higher for guys than it is for girls? Because the rule of thumb is, well, guys are just reckless drivers and girls aren't. What? Okay, come on, that's horseshit. I've known girls are getting wrecks. Let's see. Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan. Oh, they're women. They drive recklessly. Doesn't mean all women do. Okay, just like it doesn't mean all guys are reckless drivers. Okay, Americans preach freedom of rights, freedom of this, freedom of that, and then they turn on discriminating against women and homosexuals.
Because letting people identify as trans led to a very, very slippery rabbit hole. Because now you can identify as a goddamn cell phone emoji. You're gonna identify as the poop emoji because you're a piece of shit human being. It's a very slippery rabbit hole. We have Caitlyn Jenner, who identifies now as a female. And I'm all for supporting Caitlyn Jenner and trans rights. But that's a very slippery rabbit hole to being like, well, this person over here, identifies as the poop emoji. So I will call them the rainbow community, because it's not just gays, there's also bisexuals, trans, non-binary, asexual, intersex, etc., etc. And they're constantly changing their acronym. They can't agree on what they want their acronym to be called. And yet it's supposed to be about acceptance and inclusivity. Ending the war in Ukraine would be more important than getting laid. Between the bullshit with Ukraine and Russia, and side note, Russia has a really pretty clock tower in Moscow, but that's not the point.
Also, anyone else think it's disrespectful to the troops how Cobra takes credit for taking down ISIS?
I did not discredit them, actually. It's no disrespect to our troops, man. Our troops kick ass. Okay? I'm not taking full credit for that shite.
Now, for example, let's say you're in high school and you're single. You know, that's typical, right? And you see a very cladly dressed girl your own age, just perfect, just bouncing in all the right places, and you're just like this. You know, you're a guy, you can't help but stare.
All my trolls are like, but Josh, you belong in a group home. And I'm like, aw. Well, I can't build my groupie home until I win the lottery.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the parents who create the kids. You know, that 1% chance of the kids actually are born like that. And the sheer ignorance of it all. They didn't even know what I had. They just assumed it was all mental retardation, which it isn't. So if you have Asperger's, it's not a death sentence. It's not, your life pretty much sucks from here on in, or it can be difficult. But the best thing you can do is learn how to treat it, find ways to self-medicate, I guess.
Red wine. Because this is about the only thing that's vegan that I consume is beer. At the age of 5. But I did want to sample the labors of my fruit, if you know what I'm saying, you two. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, Eminem overcame diversity in a black-dominated kind of thing, And you may not be the biggest fan of Eminem, but I like his music.
Emos are like a subculture of goth, just more colorful, more emotional, more annoying, I guess. Where is it? Emo evolved from punk in the early 80s, but whatever. Almost everything from both is a subgenres have changed over the years. Some of the key bands in this era are Pandora's Lost, Theater of Tragedy, Stella, and Lacuna Coil.
Yeah, I love this apartment. It's home. It's my little hole in the ground,
Some parents are like that. They just, well, my kids in Ballarat, some dads, I know how it goes, right?
I've grown up and matured a bit, but my trolls apparently just don't get it. They're stupid. My trolls are fucking retarded. Valedictorian of special ed, these assholes. Red wine. That's a real demon. And not one you want to fuck with. The same demon that allegedly inspired the movie The Exorcist. Zuzu.
So, there are two kinds of autism. There's high functioning and low functioning. Low functioning, those are the people who are, schizophrenic, extremely schizophrenic, personality disorder, really. And high functioning, people like me who are high functioning, tend to be on the more talkative side.
That Baja Blast definitely has like a Baja Blast-esque taste. Yes. Since Beethoven's my favorite classic composer. Bach Tower Carillon Concert, Beethoven, Für Elise. There we go. And Für Elise is like my favorite Beethoven song. Moonlight Sonata is just beautiful in its own right.
I bullied someone too. I was bullied in school, so I've been on both sides of the highway, I guess. You see me smoking my first smoking video. These are Blender's Gold, handmade from Honduras. I got my Walgreens for $3 and some cents. These are excellent cigars. Oh my god. We have the potential to save our economy and prevent school shootouts, but we only make things worse by keeping marijuana illegal and banning flavored cigarettes. The problem is a lot of people get fed up with marijuana, so they try something a little stronger and more illegal, like crystal meth or crack.
Like beans, nacho fries, seasoned beef, slow roasted, the slow roasted chicken that they have.
And painting the barrel was going to take a lot longer than painting the stock. So that's why I did that first. So that's thinking smart, not harder. Think smart, not harder, YouTube. Think more smart, not harder.
Okay, I figured out how to wait. I have a solution to fix the gas crisis. Gas is flicking expensive. Oh my god. My solution would be, okay, think about this. They've literally found a way to have cars run on water and ethanol. Surely they can figure out a way to fix the gas crisis. My theory on this, really, is to take the oil they have and try to clone it, make copies of it. So they can make abundant loads of oil And that way the supply goes up and the demand goes down because people can actually afford it.
I have several active, like there have been members of my family who served for my country, for our country, the good old US of A. And my buddy Walt's a Vietnam veteran. You know that? My buddy Walt, you know, Angie's husband, contracted Agent Orange. He was a sniper for the military, man. Walt cannot wear tactical soap because of his Agent Orange he contracted in Vietnam as a Marine sniper.
You know, I find life extremely grand because of its irony. I don't know. Because quite honestly, there's nothing wrong with a woman who has a little bit of curve to her, right? Nothing wrong at all. So whether they bitch about being a size 8, you know, be grateful, because there's someone who might be a size 86, you know. You know, if a guy sees a goat and gets a boner, does that mean it's porn? No, it means he's a sick bastard. Or you see a cladly dressed girl, you know, a girl hanging out and all that, dressed just like a hooker, if you will, or a stripper walking down the street and you get a boner. Does that make it porn? No, it means the girl's just like a skank. Okay, that's kind of weird, but no, the mass media eats it up like dogs in a feeding hole.
2 slow roasted chicken. Sick and tired of everything I do on YouTube being called a saga. It's just my fucking life, dude. It's not some fucking stupid soap opera for your sick entertainment. Like, fuck off, dude. Trolls lose, bitch. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. And a special shout out to my members, Sticky Moto, Vera, and Crocs for Cats. That's what's up, dude.